The weight of one. Sit with me for a minute. Just sit and actually stay with it. Don't glance and move on. Don't let it pass through you in 7 seconds like everything else does, because that right there is the whole problem I'm talking about. I'm not a teacher, man. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a swami. I'm not a guru. I'm not standing above anybody trying to guide them somewhere or hand out answers. If I had a better memory, maybe I'd feel like I could do that. Maybe I'd structure things and build something clean that people could follow step by step, but I don't have that. So this is what you get. I speak how I speak, in the moment, off the top, from what I see and what I am, not from something I studied or memorized. And I already know where I am. I know what I'm around. I know the rooms, the people, the patterns, and I know how it plays out before it even happens. Every time I step into something, rec room, camcat, my family, old friends, even trying to talk to my brother, I already know what I'm walking into. I'm not confused. I'm not guessing. I'm not learning it as I go. I'm aware before it starts, and I watch it unfold exactly how I knew it would. So don't treat me like I don't know. I know. That's not the issue. The issue is this: nothing gets through. I'm not even trying to teach anybody. I'm not trying to get through to anybody. But when you're standing there and you see that nothing ever actually lands, that nobody stops long enough to take anything in, it does something to you. People pass by, they look, they grin, they react for a second like something almost touched them, and then they keep walking like nothing happened. That's the rhythm. Look and walk. Glance and go. 7 seconds, and it's gone like it was never even there. And I'm standing there with something real in my hands. Call it a seed, call it a thought, call it something alive. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's something that could actually be taken in if there was even a little bit of space for it. But there's no space. Their cup is already full, or maybe it was never open to begin with, and even one more drop just spills over and disappears. So what am I supposed to do with that? I'm holding something that has nowhere to go. So fine, keep walking. That's what it feels like I'm being told without anyone saying it. Keep walking, smile, move on, don't stop, don't think, don't actually sit with anything. Just keep going like everybody else. One after another, like sheep walking straight off the edge, not even realizing what they're doing, chasing something they've never even stopped to understand. What kind of dream is that? A dream with no thought in it, where everything is just movement with no awareness behind it. And I'm inside that, fully aware of it while it's happening. That's where the separation comes in, because I didn't live the way most people live. Most people go out, they go to school, they get educated, they get a job, they chase money, they think about what money can get them, they chase attention, they chase women, they chase noise, they stay in motion constantly. If they can't dance, they sing. If they can't sing, they dance. And if they can't do either, they sit down and watch somebody else do it. Everybody is part of that rhythm whether they realize it or not. I didn't do the song and dance. I didn't live that rhythm, not because I thought I was above it, but because my life didn't go that way. It pulled me somewhere else entirely, into solitude, into something isolated, into something that most people don't even get close to experiencing, and I stayed there. I still live there. And it wasn't light. There was real pain in it, real things that happen that don't need to be explained in detail, things like beatings, being taken advantage of, neglect, all of it stacked together into something that reshapes a person from the inside out. It's not something I'm putting on display or asking anyone to feel sorry about. It's just the reality of what built me. It carved me into this. So when I speak, I'm not speaking from study. I'm not repeating something I learned from somewhere else. I'm speaking from being, from having gone through something that forced me inward whether I wanted it or not. And if I say something like I'm a master occultist, don't hear that like I'm bragging or trying to put myself above anybody, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm pointing at the path I walked, which was inward, deep, into things most people avoid, into places where you sit with yourself and there's nothing else there to distract you. But that path comes with weight. And this is the part people don't understand. I'm not angry the way it looks on the surface. I'm hurt. My heart is hurt. It feels like I'm hungry and I can't get full, like I'm exhausted, but I can't sleep, like I'm pacing back and forth over and over again, and I'm not actually going anywhere no matter how much I move. It's a loop that doesn't break. And it's not loneliness the way people usually mean it. It's alone. It's being the one. And when you are the one, there is no other standing there in that same place with you, and that's where it starts to twist into something heavier, because I'm not just sitting with this inside me. I took my heart out. I put it forward. I laid it on the altar. I sacrificed it. Not for me, but for you, for something beyond just myself, because that's what it means to actually give something real. Love is sacrifice. That's what it is at its core, and I've already done that. I've already placed it there. And nobody takes it. Not even one. I'm standing on the mountain with my heart in my hand, calling out, and there's nothing coming back. People pass by, they look, they react for a moment, and then they keep walking like nothing happened, like there was nothing there to begin with. So, what happens to something real when it has nowhere to land? It doesn't disappear, it doesn't fade away, it turns inward because it has no other direction to go, and when it turns inward it tightens, it builds, it becomes pressure that keeps stacking on itself with nowhere to release. And when that pressure finally breaks, it comes out as anger. So when I cry, it comes out angry, because there's nowhere else for it to go, and if you try to touch me in that moment, I'll snap. Not because I hate you, but because everything in me is overflowing and there's no space to hold it. And at the same time, I can see the whole structure of it. Everything moves like a current, like water flowing back to the sea, everything connected, everything cycling through the mood, the tone, the environment, the energy, the way people move, the way they react. The entire scene unfolding and folding back into itself over and over again. The one looking for the one, speaking to the one, through the one, for the one, from the one to the one. And still there's no one. That's the paradox that sits at the center of it, because to be the one is to stand alone in it, and as you go deeper into that, it doesn't get easier, it doesn't smooth out, it actually starts to break apart while it expands at the same time. You think you've reached some kind of limit, some threshold where it should stop, and something meets you there and tells you that you've gone too far, but you're already there, you've already stepped past it. So now what? Who is taking the next step with you? Who is stepping out of the sea with you when you've already put your foot outside of it? Do you understand how much it takes to even get to that point? To think like this, to feel like this, to carry something like this and still be able to speak it out loud? Do you understand how tired I am? What it took, not just in years, but in everything stacked together, to reach this exact point where I can say this, where I can hold this out, where I can offer it, and there's still not even one person who will actually stop and receive it. It's the same story again and again. Go and find 10. You can't find one. So what are we left with after all of that? A split mind that doesn't meet itself. Something that lost its center. A bad idea that keeps repeating itself. A pillar of salt, frozen in place, looking back at something that never resolved. And still, after everything that led here, after everything that was endured, after everything that was pulled out and placed forward and had nowhere to land, after all the pressure that built and turned inward and broke out as anger, after all of it, I'm still standing here. Still holding it. Still speaking. Amen. Let it be so.